come in here, I'm pushing your
What happens if I get injured?
You ain't getting injured.
Bro, you don't know that.
Oh my I don't give a
It's 1 second away from injury.
Somebody call paramedic?
Yeah.
Where's the first?
Yeah.
All right.
You got ice on your chest?
You know where you are? You know what state you're in?
Yeah, California.
What city are you in?
There are whispers abounding in the boxing world, and once it was revealed that Paul, the colorful YouTuber who turned fighter, was going to face Mike Tyson, there were suspicions that he tried to manipulate his way out of the match. Rumors have it that this purported attempt wasn't made through the usual methods of renegotiating contracts or citing personal reasons. These rumors have been flying among fight camps and gyms. Paul's group tried to stage a traditional fake injury. Social media, which has always been a haven for fight rumors, was overflowing with images of Paul with his hand tightly wrapped. Paul himself responded to this with a barrage of tweets that included theatrical declarations about a strange training mishap and the potential cancellation of the fight. "The doctor thinks I might not be able to fight Iron Mike," according to one tweet. "This entire training program will be in vain." Another post, accompanied by sobbing emojis, bemoaned, "My body is wrecked because I underestimated Champ's training regimen." But it appears that this attempt to show sympathy has completely failed. Boxing insiders who had a good sense of theatrical flair quickly questioned the veracity of the reported said injury. Viewed everything these young internet celebrities believed they could mislead everyone, until one seasoned trainer scoffed at a reporter. The drill fight gets intense, as we all know. You must discover a means of escape. Stoking the flames of the speed at which Paul's hand appeared to heal raised suspicions. Fans with keen eyes saw that, just a few days after the initial social media posts, Paul was back to recording punches and trick shots for his YouTube channel, albeit with a notably less dramatic hand wrap. The claims that this whiplash injury was a hoax as real as a $3 bill were not much dispelled by this recuperation. The master of misdirection, Paul ever laughed and shrugged off questions from reporters about the supposed lies. A minor setback, he winked and said. As soon as the Iron Mike camp heard about Jake, they became enraged. Paul's purportedly fake hand, when the guy who had formerly used a single glance to threaten opponents into submission, was now a volcanic eruption poised to erupt. According to accounts from individuals close to Tyson, he was furious by what he saw as a dishonorable and cunning attempt to back out of their much-anticipated showdown. According to reports, Tyson's voice roared, resonating throughout the training center. "This child believes that he can play me like a violin." He may easily walk all over memories of Tyson's vicious ring. "I'm not some chump." A source who preferred to remain anonymous claimed that persona flashed back to life as he paced rapidly, his adventures scurrying to stay out of the way. Tyson didn't hold back when offering his vivid style of comments. He referred to him as everything that is sundry. The insider disclosed all of that to be a social media wannabe, and to make matters worse, he was furious that someone with such a low regard for the game would attempt to pull off a prank like that. Naturally, social media was not exempt from Tyson's fury. "You think you can fake an injury and get out of this fight?" Tyson's face was shown in an Instagram post that has since been removed, showing him launching a tirade directly at Paul. He gave it a yell. Though when that bell rings, there's nowhere to run video, though brief, sent shockwaves across the boxing community, offering a glimpse into the burning drive that still burned brightly within the aging legend. "I dare you to enter the ring, son, and let's see how tough you really are." Two devastating blows have left the boxing world in disarray. In a move that sent shockwaves through the fight community, Mike Tyson, the famous heavyweight champion, was seen in a recently released video, still packing a mean punch. It is said that Jake Paul, the former YouTuber who turned boxer, and is well known for his brash persona, tried to call off their highly anticipated show. Fans are perplexed by this unexpected development in the story. Only a few weeks prior, Paul exuded confidence, boasting and vowing to execute Iron Mike. It appears that the once bold confidence has now turned into something more like cold sweats. With regard to Paul's unexpected cold feet, there are two main explanations circulating. The first one deals with undervaluation. Maybe Paul, who was jeered for winning matches against weaker opponents, thought of Tyson as a fading great who was ready for an upset. Nonetheless, the latest video was a harsh wake-up call. This was no old antique, this was still Iron Mike, the predator with reflexes quicker than a flash and knockout power to defeat even the most formidable warrior. The subject of strategy is covered in the second theory. The foundations of Paul's career are maximizing marketability and developing a brand. Unquestionably, defeating Tyson would be his greatest accomplishment and catapult him to unthinkable heights in the boxing world. A defeat to the heavyweight icon, though, might have disastrous consequences. It might cause major physical harm, but it might also ruin Paul's reputation and reduce his marketability in the sports industry. Entering the ring with Tyson carries a significant risk. Paul and high-reward gamble may be reassessing the odds. For whatever reason, the drama surrounding Paul's effort to withdraw has intensified, casting doubt on his willingness to take on top-tier opposition. Was his early arrogance a staged performance, or was he genuinely committed to competing against the best, even if it meant suffering major setbacks? The nature of celebrity boxing exhibitions, which provide entertainment value and an opportunity to see legends take off their gloves, has also come under scrutiny as a result of this unanticipated development. Concerns about mismatched fights and the risks that come with being a less experienced participant still exist. It remains to be seen if Paul and Tyson will eventually square off in the ring. But one thing is for sure: the attempted cancellation has fueled the flames of excitement. If it goes down, the battle promises to be a spectacle unlike any other, a collision of motivations, styles, and generations. In addition to offering non-stop excitement, this bout promises a closer look at the dynamic world of professional boxing.
Love Jake Paul.
Could you fuck him up?
Oh, I'm so fucking easy.
You think?
Yeah, but I would love him. I would never. I mean, it's my fucking fat. Everybody loves this little white motherfucker. You know what I mean? He got balls. He got the fucking balls. When you see a white boy with balls, you know, fuck. I'm talking about from real, but like, fuck you, motherfucker.
Yeah, but you would, but time out. Would it be like Tyson when you were 19 seconds?
Yeah, but nah, man. Let him have his fucking reign, man. Let him have his fucking
Yeah, but what if he
time.
stepped up and he's like, yo, Tyson, you're a fucking pussy, let's go. And
Nah, he's not gonna say that.
Maybe that's one fight Dana would get behind.
Yo, Tyson versus
That
Jake
might be
Paul
the
would be
way.
the best fight fucking ever.
Pay attention. Iron Mike's voice rumbled, with that familiar edge of intimidation. Jake Paul reportedly suffered some fictitious hand injuries. Do you not for a moment believe it? Iron Mike isn't playing around when this battle breaks out, so the YouTube guy had best get ready. There was a gleam of laughter in his eyes. They consider me to be some ancient relic, a retired champion who only dons the gloves to make ends meet. I can assure you that there is still fire in these ancient bones. More than in years, I've been training hard. Perhaps this is more than simply an exhibition or a show for these people on social media. Respect is at issue here. The sound of Tyson's controlled fist hitting a heavy bag reverberated throughout the gym. Respect for the sport, for the effort required to confront another man in the ring. You can't just sling trash online and then try to pull away when the chips are down. This is not a game. This is boxing, son. With a low growl in his voice, he leaned closer. Having said that, let us clarify one thing. Jake Paul has battled YouTubers and washed-up basketball stars, but he hasn't entered the ring with anything like what I have to offer. This level is distinct. Come fight night on the goddamn Iron Mike, and he's going to learn out just what that means. Tyson's features broke into a slow smile. Please understand that I value the children. Work hard, but a real fighter's heart is not the same as online bluster. That night, the heart will be staring down the other side of the ring, driven by a determination to win, rather than by knockouts or fancy techniques. Paul, the former internet sensation who is now a boxer, got into trouble when word spread about his purportedly phony hand injury and dramatic statements about a training mishap, and the fight's possible cancellation filled social media. A different picture was presented by insiders in the boxing community, who believed the injury was a ruse to avoid taking on the great Mike Tyson. Even after Paul's alleged quick recovery, the story surrounding the battle drastically changed. The harm was already done, and public opinion changed. Paul was no longer the arrogant young challenger eager to outdo a legend. Instead, he had something to prove to the boxing world as a whole, as well as the spectators. Paul made an effort to respond to the dispute with his customary arrogance, but tempered by a newfound respect for the task at hand. He acknowledged that Mike Tyson is unquestionably a beast. He is bigger, stronger, and had a knockout reel that would frighten even the most courageous people. Fighter's voice took on a tinge of solemnity. Perhaps I overestimated the challenges I would face, but one thing is certain. Once my hand heals completely, I will enter the ring. It's true that heart, speed, and strategy can level the playing field in battles when size doesn't necessarily matter. Paul the entertainer couldn't help but poke fun at his detractors. Whatever they want to call it, a phony injury, a PR gimmick, etc., come fight night and they'll all be watching. And when I go into the ring with a legend like Mike Tyson, You better believe I'll be giving it everything I've got because it's never a good idea to underestimate the underdog. Mike may be unsure if Paul can actually overcome the size disadvantage, and there may be evidence of his alleged dishonesty. But one thing is for sure, the fight has changed from being a highly anticipated exhibition to a fight for redemption. Can Paul prove his battling spirit and silence his skeptics, or will Iron Mike, driven by a desire to instill respect, deliver a harsh reality? View the boxing world as it anxiously awaits your arrival.